What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking our best Amethyst budget-ish some of these cards in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. Now, a lot of these cards are going to be budget-ish options, but cards like Amethyst, Jaden, McDaniels, those type of guys that are needed for a certain wild gem lock-in, they're going to be pretty expensive. So as I go through this, again, these are me ranking the top Amethysts in the game. There's also like, I don't know, 300-ish Amies. I didn't get everyone. So if there is an Amethyst that's really good that I left off the list, I do apologize. But I just want you guys to know I'm trying my best, okay? It's just kind of tough to ultimately do. Now, we're going to start off with Doc Rivers. Honestly, guys, Doc Rivers is really solid. Solid 3-ball, decent enough speed. Defensively, he's okay. He's not bad, like, especially for, like, budget point guards. He can play. Release-wise is okay as well. The thing for me is I wish he was 6'5", right? That's the cutoff to be able to standing dunk. Can't standing dunk, but Doc Rivers is good. I honestly think A tier is the right spot for him. Nick Claxton up next. The problem with Nick Claxton is he can't shoot defensively. He's obviously pretty actually solid. Only 6'11", though. Like, to me, having the ability to shoot the ball is super valuable, super important. That 55 3-ball is not ideal. He's not the worst, though. Maybe B tier. Mikal Bridges at this stage, it's tough because his release is pretty broken. Speed of ball is good defensively, like, still solid. I still don't hate Mikal Bridges as far as, like, a beginner level card. I am going to go C tier, though. Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm going S tier. He is better than Doc Rivers. He is one of your best Amethyst budget-ish options, although he is not going to be that cheap. That's one thing to think about for Spencer Dinwiddie is he might be cheap-ish, but he's still going to be somewhat expensive. Can handle the ball well, solid catch-and-shoot jump shot. I think Dinwiddie deserves S tier. PJ Washington up next. The card just is not great on this game. He's fine, but there's just nothing crazy good. I definitely prefer like an Amethyst Obi Toppin to PJ Washington. And again, part of the problem is, if you look at the speed with ball handle, rebounding, steal, block, he just has some liabilities. He's not bad, though. I am going to put him at B tier. I do think he is better than a guy like Mikal Bridges. Alex Caruso up next is S tier. And again, a lot of these point guards that came out, a week or two ago, were really solid in that Chills drop. Alex Caruso, one of them, deserves S tier. Ron Harper, not as good, C tier. He is really solid, but not as good. Matthew Dellavedova, I'm putting him at S tier. And a lot of people don't think Delly deserves S tier, but I want you guys to realize, defensively, he is an absolute menace. Offensively, he can knock down shots. I know he can't really dunk, but again, if you can play defense and knock down shots as an Amethyst, you're doing your job. Danny Ferry up next. The card's not ideal, but he at least is going to knock down shots for you. So, I mean, the 93 ball is great defensively, obviously not ideal. I do like his total badges, though. Just kind of an interesting card because, again, badge-wise, he's super good. Stat-wise, not ideal. I think B tier is probably the right tier just because of his total badges and the fact that he's got a good 3-ball. I mean, those couple of things do matter. LaFonso Ellis up next. Is he A tier or is he S tier? I'm thinking A tier is where I want to go with him. Total badges are good. Stat-wise, he's incredible. The card's good. I just don't think I can go S tier. And again, all S tier is right now is point guards, but all of those point guards I absolutely love. Gus Gerard is going at S tier. If you know with Gus, you know, I saw the other day he's going for like 15,000 MT or maybe even 10, like whatever he was going for the other day that I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, he is this cheap. For whatever he's going for now, he's a solid option. Gonna knock down shots, gonna play solid defense. He truly can compete with some of your best cards in the game. Gus, S tier. Terry D up next. I'm only gonna go A tier. Look, pre-patch, I get it with that fade he had. He could have been, you know, that S tier caliber option. Post-patch, though, I gotta be honest, I don't really see it with Terry. And again, you guys can say I'm hating, say whatever you want. I just don't see it with the card. So I'm gonna go A tier with Terry. Shangoon up next, A tier. I do think Shangoon's a really solid option. And we might have to start moving some guys down, because otherwise, this tier list, everybody's gonna be high. Like, everybody that I chose is a good Amethyst for the most part. Zubac's not very good, C tier. Ami Kawhi is incredibly good. Is he as good as Gus Gerard? He is that type of level. I'm gonna go S tier. I do think, however, Paul George is better than him, which we'll get to right now. Paul George, better than Kawhi, better in my opinion, slightly than Gus Gerard. But again, the problem is he's going to be overpriced, right? Like, it is what it is. Paul George is going to be pretty expensive. But again, for an Amethyst card, he is really, really, really good on this game. Jordan Clarkson up next, another really good card. And it's another card that is just tough because it's like, is he S tier? Well, offensively, with the way he dunks the ball and he's, you know, can move and groove, I feel like he's got to be close. I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to move Matthew Dellavedova down. I'm going to move Jordan Clarkson down because I think Caruso, but is Dinwiddie better than Clarkson, right? Like, that's the next question I would have to ask. And again, at the time I'm recording this, I don't know who I prefer. So I guess I'm just going to move Delly down and move Clarkson up to S tier. And again, I like Delly. He's just undersized and can't dunk. So again, you're comparing him to some really good cards. Rick Fox, really good. Is he as good as A tier? I don't know, but I really do like Rick Fox. So again, it's another one of these things that's tough because I think he is a really good card. Is he deserving of that S tier or A tier? Probably. He honestly probably is. I think he's really, really, really good. Cedric Ceballos up next. Really solid. I wish stat-wise he was better. And height-wise, he was better because, again, release-wise, he is going to do a lot of things for you guys on the floor. So, again, I don't hate him. But, again, when you're comparing him to some of these other guys, you're talking about some really good options. Same thing with Shane Battier. Wish his stats were slightly better. He's going to knock down shots, play good defense, be really good. Jaden McDaniels. I love Jaden McDaniels. I absolutely love him. Is he S tier? I think he's on the verge. I'm going to throw him at A tier for now, but I really do like Jaden. The problem with Jaden McDaniels on this game is, again, he's he's just overpriced. Why? Because I do believe you need him for what? The KG set, I think, is what it is for Jaden McDaniels, which, again, it is what it is, but he is really good. I'm going to throw him at A tier. Chris Morris is fine. Probably B tier caliber of player. Julius Randle, D tier. Our first card that is going to be in the D tier. Julius Randle in this game is just not good. I could maybe move Zubac down as well, just because I don't really see it with him either. But, again, we might have to start really moving some cards down. I'll move Zoo down just because I really don't see it. Dante DiVincenzo, he is undersized. I am going to throw him at B tier, though. Has a good jump shot. Gonna play some solid defense. If he wasn't undersized, I would really honestly like the card and probably rate him even higher. But again, with that 6'4 frame, it's just obviously not ideal. Ami OG Anunoby, still really solid. Gonna go A tier, really solid option for you guys. Emmanuel quickly, D tier. Josh Giddey, S tier. And again, he's 6'8. His movement is actually really good. I wish he had more total badges, right, for you guys. But again, as far as I'm concerned, Josh Giddey's movement is incredible. He is S tier. Franz Wagner, another really good option, another really good card. I think I've got to throw him at S tier, right? Like, I think I have to. Do I think Paul George is better than, Wagner, Gus Gerard, and Kawhi? Yes, but as far as the rest of those cards, I don't know how I would rank them. Genuinely, I have no idea. All of those cards are really solid. Mo Bamba, S tier as far as AMI centers. Mo Bamba is incredibly good. Problem is, again, price-wise, he is going to be like 80,000 MT, so don't think, oh, he's an Amethyst, he's going to be cheap. No, some of these guys may be somewhat cheap. Mo Bamba, I know, though, is going to be expensive for you guys. Markelle Fultz, he should be better than he is. It's like his release that just holds him back. You could argue A tier. I'm going to throw him at B tier. Again, that release should be better than it is. We've seen in past 2Ks, Fultz have a decent release. This Fultz's release is just, I don't want to even sit up here and hate on it. It's just not ideal. Obviously, B tier. Thad Young up next. He's fine. He's going to hold it down. I guess A tier. Like, he's fine. Eric Snow, not great. C tier. Ami Ayton, I think he is just as good as Mo Bamba. Again, I don't love Ayton's release on this game. I'm very vocal about that. But when you're talking about him at the Amethyst tier compared to a guy like a Mo Bamba, I think they both are deserving of that tier. PJ Tucker, I'm gonna throw him at B tier. You could argue A tier. He's just too undersized for me. Scoot stinks. D tier. Some people would say Scoot's fine on this game. I don't really see it. Jim Paxson, 6'6". I'm gonna put him at A tier. Guys might think that's too high, but I think that's the right tier for Jim Paxson. He's going to play good defense to knock down shots. The card's just going to be solid for you guys. And again, if somebody is a 6'6" at the point guard position, I feel like you've got to somewhat respect it, right? So I am going to throw him at A tier. Vlade Divac, C tier. Look, he's just too slow. I wish I could throw him higher, but at the end of the day, with that speed rating being as bad as it is, he's lucky he's C tier. One thing about Vlade, though, he never is going to miss for you guys. Doug Christie, A tier. I think he is worse than Franz, worse than Gus Gerard, worse than Kawhi. However, I still think the card's fine. I still think he's really solid. Again, pre-patch, he'd probably be S tier with that Pro 2 leaner. It's just or post-patch, he's just not quite as valuable. Again, that Pro 2 leaner is no longer once what it was. Lionel Simmons, everybody gasses him, and yes, for a day one shooting guard, he probably honestly is A tier. Like, if you get him out of a hidden gem pack, Lionel Simmons can play. Do I think he's perfect? No. Do I think, he should be playing for you anymore? Probably start, trying to get off of him, but he, for now, can still play some ball. Jose Calderon, C tier, not great. Tyler Cephalosha should be better than he is. I mean, B tier, probably. Like, the card should objectively be better. He's not, and it's really that simple. He should be better than he is. He just lacks some things that I do wish the card ultimately did have. DeMarre Carroll, S tier. I mean, at the small forward position, I don't think it gets better. Do I like him more than Jaden McDaniels? I honestly think it's close. I really do like Jaden, but I do think because of that DeMarre Carroll base, he has to be just a step higher. Again, my personal opinion on things. Swaggy P, Nick Young, A tier. I don't think he's anything special. Does have that pro leaner, but again, A tier I think is the right spot for him. Gonna be fine. Good height. He's just nothing special. Amy KD, he just gets too tired too quickly. Like for week 1 of the game, A tier, S tier was maybe right. They patched his fade. They didn't make him as good as he once was. He's B tier. He's fine, but B tier is as high as I can go. Steven Adams, I'm gonna go D tier at this stage. Yes, for day 1, week 1, he could play, and I'm not gonna sit up here and slander him, but it's like at this stage, yeah, rebounding wise, he's fine. But other than that, what is he really providing for you guys on the floor? Because I don't really see it. Like, again, I've played against Steven Adams. I've used Steven Adams. And again, yeah, rebounding the ball, he's going to be solid. But outside of that, the card literally gives you, like, nothing. He can't shoot. He's not fast. He gives you nothing. Tobias Harris, I'm going to go C tier. He's not the worst, not as good as KD, though. Amy Kendall Gill is still really solid, honestly. Like, obviously, the Diamond Kendall Gill is better, but Amy Kendall Gill can still play. And let's say you chose him, he's fine. He can hold it down. Obi Toppin, A tier. I really like Obi Toppin on this game, and at the power forward position, he's up there, man. Do I think he's better than like a DeMarre Carroll? Probably slightly worse, but I'm telling you right now, I really do rate Obi Toppin highly on this game. Ami Naz Reid, probably A tier. I do wish Naz defensively was slightly better. Like, he's 6'9", his defensive stats aren't ideal, so it's tough for Naz. But at the end of the day, his catch shoot release is incredible. The card's really good. Mario Hezonja up next. I gotta be honest. There's one guy I play against that makes Mario Hezonja look like the best budget option in the game. I get his stats are not good. I get, you know, defensively he's gonna struggle. I get all that. But his release is so fast, he's got to be talked about. I'm going to throw him at A tier, but if you are good with Hezonja, you could argue S tier. Because again, he can shoot over people. His jump shot is basically impossible to contest. And if you get used to using him, he is a crazy good shooting guard on this game. Marvin Williams up next. He's fine. I'm going to go B tier. I don't think he's as good as some people advertised or hyped him up to be. Marcus Smart. This one's tough, right? Because I think Marcus Smart is really good. But if I'm going to put Matthew Dellavedova in A tier, I feel like Marcus Smart has to go in A tier as well. Now again, Smart is going to dunk the ball better, so you could argue S tier. I just think I'm taking Caruso, I'm taking Giddey, I'm taking Clarkson, and I'm taking Dinwiddie over the Amethyst Marcus Smart. I think he's good. And again, it's just tough because it's like, I think him and Delly both deserve that S tier. I guess here's the thing. Does Marcus Smart really give you enough offensively? That's like the thing that he's got a 79 3 ball. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. He's A tier. I swear I got to put him. Trey Murphy up next. I don't mind Trey Murphy on this game at all. He's going to do a lot of things really well for you. Not saying he's perfect. Not saying, you know, you even got to use him, but I do think the card is good. I'm going to throw him at B tier. You could argue A tier. Hassan Whiteside, not great whatsoever. My thing with all of these bigs are, what are they doing? You know, you look at Hassan Whiteside. Yeah, he's got good height. Defensively, he's okay. 67 3 ball, I guess, is fine. But again, are you consistently greening with that jump shot? What does that jump shot even look like? I don't know. C tier. Nerlens Noel stinks. D tier. Jeremiah Fears, I've heard good things about him. I haven't personally used the card. I guess my main concern for Jeremiah Fears would be the defense. Like, he plays no defense. I'm throwing him at C tier. I get for offline modes, he might be fine. But I'm looking for guys that can do it all. And it scares me looking at Jeremiah Fears. This card up next, he's not very good on this game. C tier. Terrence Jones, a little better. I still don't necessarily love his release. I think if Alphonso Ellis is A tier, he's got to be A tier though. Juan Carlos Navarro, another guy that DBG hypes up. DBG be hyping up these point guards, and honestly, I just wish he had a little more defense. Again, same thing with Juan Carlos Navarro. One thing I always know about DBG is the cards he hypes up probably are going to be better offensively than defensively. And that is true. Same thing with Juan Carlos Navarro. I'm going to go B tier. I think that's where he belongs. Grady D, not great. C tier. Derek Queen. Derek Queen should be better than he is. I just don't love his release. Like, you look at his stats, you look at his badges, the card should be so good. I still do think he's probably A tier, but I wish his release was slightly better. Shabazz Muhammad, not used him, so again, I'd be lying to sit up here and say I know exactly what he's like. I don't. I'm going to throw him a B tier, but the card doesn't look bad. Like, when I was looking at things, guys, like, when I first looked at Shabazz Muhammad, I wasn't impressed, but when I looked at him today, it's like good 3-ball, solid speed, decent defense, good driving dunk. He's not bad. I need to see what that release looks like, but he's not bad. Lua Munson up next, C tier. The card's not good. James Jones, gonna shoot lights out. But again, as far as like an overall Amethyst, not great. Now, for offline modes, if you need a guy that's just gonna shoot lights out, James Jones is gonna be solid. Tony Snell up next. I like Tony Snell. I'm going A tier. People are gonna hate me. Look, for the early stages of my team, I was using Tony Snell, and I gotta be honest, I was having like just as much success with him as I was with Klay Thompson. So I gotta throw Tony Snell at A tier. I really do like the card. Otto Porter, another really solid option. Is he A tier? Is he B tier? This is, again, a preference opinion. A lot of people are probably gonna like Otto Porter more than they're going to like a guy, let's say, like I just hyped up Tony Snell. Thing with Otto Porter is defensively, again, I wish he was slightly better. The card's not bad, though. I do think Otto, objectively, is deserving of being A tier. I do think he is. I think the card's solid. Marquise Chris gets a lot of slander. At the end of the day, probably better at the 4 than the 5. I'm gonna go B tier. I've been all over the place with Marquise Chris, because again, it's like, defensively, it's weird because he's like a good power forward defender. He's bad at defending the 3, so I don't know, man. I'm gonna go B tier with the card. VJ Edgecombe up next. I think A tier is the right spot for him. I don't think he's quite S tier just because of the fact that, like, he doesn't have the height as Josh Giddey. I don't think he's as complete of a player as Jordan Clarkson. But for a free card, like for a free card, Edgecombe can play. He was really solid. Paul Pressey, honestly, I'm gonna spend some time talking about it, because I basically hated all of the Amethyst that came out as far as these Season 2 cards. With Paul Pressey, he's not the worst, right? He's not good, but he's not the worst. I still am going to go C tier, because again, stat-wise, they should have done him so much better. Cam Johnson up next. I think given his stats, he's got to go A tier. Now, I'm not saying I recommend picking up Cam Johnson, because again, he cost a decent amount for an Amethyst, but look at his hotspots. Look at what the card gives you. Again, for an Amethyst, not saying for his price. For an Amethyst, the card is really good. Now, is he worth it? It's a completely separate discussion. Jimmy Butler, I'm going to go B tier. He's fine. I don't think he's great, but again, he's a fine free card that could have held it down. Now, obviously, you can't go and get Jimmy Butler now. If you got him, you got him. If you don't, you don't. B tier for Jimmy Buckets. Benedict Mathurin, another card I really don't know about, guys. Like, I've not used any sort of Benedict Mathurins at all this year. The thing for me with Mathurin is it's like, he's still only 6'5". Like, you can't change that. Yeah, 3-ball is good. The driving dunk's good. I don't know. I think probably B tier. Like, if Amy Kendall, here's my thing. If Amy Kendall Gill is going to be B tier, I feel like Benedict's got to be B tier. You could argue A tier, though, ultimately. Zachary Richay up next. I don't care what people say. And I don't care what they say. He's S tier, dude. The card is incredible. I get it, right? Like, he's not perfect as far as movement, as far as certain situations, but he's 6'10". Defensively, he's going to be solid. And I think from what I've seen offensively, he's really good as well. Michael Porter Jr., our next Amethyst. I don't care what they say. He's S tier, too. He's got a good size up. He's got a good jump shot. I don't care what people say. The Chills Festival was great if you were no money spent. I literally don't understand how people hate it. Like, those 2 cards with OG Anunoby, you had some good looks. Lowry Marketing, 7-1, gonna shoot lights out. I think I've got to put Lowry at A tier. It's a weird A tier because, again, he really doesn't give you a whole ton else, but he is 7-1. He's gonna shoot lights out, and honestly, defensively, he's usable. He's not terrible. He is A tier in my opinion. Igor Demon up next. I think he's got to go S tier. I don't even necessarily think he's worth it. But I think if you got him, you got an S tier Amethyst guy. I mean, he's 6'8". He's going to play solid defense. I don't think the card's perfect. I didn't get him for a reason, but I do think objectively for Amethyst, he is S tier. Amy Donovan Mitchell up next. He's not bad. Is he A tier or B tier? I think that's a discussion to be had. I'm going to put him in B tier. But again, I don't think Donovan Mitchell is... I'm throwing him at A tier. I think the card is good enough to go at A tier. I'm sorry. I like Donovan Mitchell cards. Will Richards stinks. He's going B tier. Like, he's a card... I don't even know if I want to gas him up. Like, 2K just did him in the most bogus way, making him smaller than he actually should be. 2K just did him so bogus. Grayson Allen has a super high 3-ball, but at the end of the day, that's really all he gives you. Like, and again, I'm not trying to hate on Grayson Allen, but again, outside of the 3-ball, what is he really going to do for you? Defensively, he's not good. His movement is not that great. I think C tier is probably the right tier because it's like him and James Jones, they're pretty similar options. It's like they're going to shoot lights out, but that's all they give you. So it is what it is. Cedric Howard, I've not used the card. I'm going to delete F tier, by the way. I've not used Cedric Howard. My best guess would be B tier. And again, if you want to throw him at A tier, that's fine. His release is on quick. I get it. but he is only 6'5". I feel like defensively he's just fine. And again, I don't think B tier is necessarily a bad tier. It's a tier me telling you guys he's ultimately not worth it. That's going to wrap it up for our AME tier. Now, again, a lot of these cards at S tier and A tier are going to be expensive, or they're not even attainable because, like, you know, the MPJs of the world, the, you know, the Zachary Richassés of the world, you can't go and get them anymore. So it is what it is. Use this tier list for, you know, hopefully to help you guys out, make decisions on who to pick up, actual players that can hopefully help you guys out. And even if you got an MPJ and Zachary Richassé, those type of guys, just know that they can compete at a really high level still to this day. That's gonna wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.